Welcome to Math 1215 during the winter 2018 session. My name is George and I'm your instructor for this course. This video is going to give you an overview of how the course is going to work and what you should do when you first get started. Once you get logged into MyLab, you should see a screen that looks like this. Probably the first thing to do is come down here and click on this browser check. What should happen is you should see 3 green checks in all of these spots. If you don't, click on Install Now, and that will take you to a website where you can install the appropriate software that you're going to need for everything to run properly in this course. The next thing you should do is click on How to Answer Questions. This will take you through some brief tutorials of how to input things into MyLab when you're answering homework and quiz type questions. And we're going to look at that in just a minute here in this video also. After that, I would suggest going to Syllabus and Assignment Due Dates. Take a look at your syllabus, all the information that's in here. What I would really suggest you do is print these last 2 pages that have all the due dates of everything we're going to do this semester. If you don't want to print it, that's okay. Maybe go into your calculator and list all of these things. All right, they're all there. Another way you can find most of the due dates is on the calendar here. So if I flip to here, you'll see due dates. Now, not quite everything shows up here. For example, you do have an assignment due on Monday. Let me go back to here and show you. Your first assignment is using the graphing calculator, which is something that you'll do on paper, and you'll submit it to me on paper. And we'll talk about how to do that in a minute. The other thing I would suggest you do is just poke around and see what you find in here. Now, some of these you're going to notice are grayed out. You won't see those. They won't be in yours. Don't worry about them. All right, so you've looked at the syllabus. You've learned how to answer questions. You're ready to get started. The way you're going to get started is you're going to click on Video Lectures. And what you will find here is a lecture for every single thing we're going to cover. This is me talking to you in all these videos, so you'll see what I think is important and see how I think you should do problems. Now again, this first one, Graphing Calculator Basics, you'll watch that video. The assignment for that one is in here, Files for Materials Not in the Book. You'll click on this, it'll bring up a PDF. You'll print this, you'll do the work, you'll submit it. There'll be some other videos that you'll find here in a few minutes to show you how to submit it to me. So don't worry about that right now, just know that that's where it is. In general, for the vast majority of your work, you will go to Video Lectures, and let's say you're ready to do section 5.5, you would click on section 5.5, watch the video. Then you come in here to Assignments, and you would begin with the section 5.5 homework. And this one has 6 questions. All right, you begin. Question 1. Pops up, takes just a minute to load. Words. Enter an equation. So for most of these problems, you're going to click in the box. As soon as you click in the box, notice it brings up a bunch of things that you may need, like fractions and exponents and square roots. There's more here if you need it. Basically, you're going to type in an equation. I'm just going to make one up that I know is wrong. Let's say it would be n equals 12t plus 26. I just made that equation up, so I'm sure it's wrong. And I click Check Answer. And it tells me that it's wrong. Not surprising. And it gives me a hint as to what I should do. It tells me, oh, you should be using this formula, and then plug in to find b. Okay, kind of tells me what to do. I can then type in another answer, and this one's going to be wrong too, because again, I'm just making it up. 20t minus 15. Check answer. Tells me it's wrong again. Notice now it says final check. For most problems, you get to do them 3 times until it marks it wrong. So the 3rd time I do it, it gives me the right answer, and it marks it wrong. All right, next question. So notice I can go back. It's got it marked wrong, but I can do similar question. So change the words slightly, and I can redo this problem again. If I get it right this time, it will then change the wrong to a right. So homework you can do as many times as you need to do. You can do each problem as many times as you need to do it until you get it right. Now, I would hope if you got a problem wrong 2 or 3 times, you would say, hey, I need some help. And that's what this is all about, question help. So options are, help me solve this. If you click to help me solve this, it will solve this exact problem. It'll go through step by step and help you do it. It will then give you a similar problem that you have to do in order to get credit for doing it right. Another option is view an example, which will give you a very similar problem. It'll work you through it step by step, and then you can come back to this problem. You can look at a video, which will take you through a similar problem, a video of a similar problem. Animation, I'm not sure what that one does. It probably brings up some little video thing. Textbook, you can click on this. It will take you to the spot in the textbook where you would find more information about it. Or probably you could print it. You could print it and then take it to the tutoring center and ask for help. But one of your best options is this one right here, Ask My Instructor. What this is going to do is this is going to send me an email. And the question will be embedded. You don't have to retype the question. It will send me a link. All you have to do is type some information here of, hey, this is what I tried. I got my slope to be 2.6, but it's telling me the slope should be 2.8 or something like that. Okay, let me know what you've done, what you've tried, what you haven't tried. Click send. That will send me an email. I'll get back to you soon, I promise. All right, so you've done the homework. And you have to score at least an 80% on the homework, which sounds kind of scary, but keep in mind you can do each problem over and over again until you get it right. And you can do the whole assignment over and over again until you get it right. Once you're done the homework, you're going to come back to assignments, and you're going to go to quizzes. And you'll find a quiz. Now, it won't let me do the quiz because it says I have to score at least an 80% or more on the homework. All right, so I can't do it yet because I haven't done the homework. The quizzes are going to be very, very similar to the homework. The format's almost exactly the same. The biggest difference is there won't be those help menus. Okay? Notice you get 2 attempts on each homework assignment, and I only keep the higher of the 2 scores. What I strongly suggest you do is take the quiz the first time blind. What I mean by blind is don't use any notes, don't use any help. Just try to do it and see how you do. And then after you take it the first time, you can review it. You can look at the questions you got right. You can look at the questions you got wrong. And then you can take it again. And the second time, I would suggest you do use help. Make sure you get a good score on it. Like I say, I only keep the higher of the 2. But I strongly suggest the first time you do it, just try it with nothing. And that'll really give you a good idea of how well you actually learned the material. All right, other important things. If you, a multimedia library, you can click here. And you can search by chapter, chapter 5, 5.6 say, select all. And this will show you what's available from the publisher. So they have a link to the book here. They have a PowerPoint, and then they have a bunch of short little videos, videos for each little thing. These are different from the video lectures. These are created by the publisher. The video lectures were created by me, but these are a very useful resource too. I would highly recommend you take a look at those. The last thing that you'll probably want to access here is Course Tools. Under Course Tools, the big one you'll find is email. And so you can use this to send me an email. Just add, put a subject, type whatever you want, and send the message, and it'll send it off. All right, I think that's enough for this video. I hope that gives you a good idea of how to get started in the course. The most important thing I can say is when you have questions, ask me, and ask quickly. Don't wait. Don't let things build up. Don't let things snowball. That's when you're really going to get behind and you're really going to get in trouble in this course. As soon as you have a question or a concern, pop me an email and I promise I'll get back to you quickly.